This video is for educational purposes only and strategies that I use in my personal portfolio. Nothing in this video guarantees profits or future performance. The market is trying to scare you out of your generational wealth, and most of you are falling for it. Right now, a brutal combination of strong economic data and escalating Iranian tensions, geopolitical conflicts, as well as aggressive hawkish pivot, which I've been discussing for some time with the Federal Reserve, has triggered vicious sell-offs in the tech sector. But while retail investors are panicking and dumping their shares into a shaky market, the smartest money on Wall Street is doing the exact opposite of this. This is not a moment to hide in cash. We are standing at a literal crossroads, a structural capitulation where the cost of missing this opportunity is greater than the premium for the volatility. If you understand how macroeconomic data flows, you know that this superficial good news is bad news cycle has artificially dragged down the market and mostly the tech sector. And it has brought most stocks to a structural floor or capitulation zone. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the exact economic forces reshaping the tape over the past 4 weeks and exposing why the permanent bears are completely out of touch and dissecting a meticulously organized list of 6 specific stocks that you might want to consider looking to potentially add to your portfolio at the current price. These are high conviction giants and high upside plays potentially. If you have the stomach to buy the blood and harvest the fear when there's chaos in the streets, this is your once in a decade wealth opportunity. Then you don't want to miss my free masterclass webinar tomorrow, July 3rd, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Lock in your position right now. The link to get started to register is in the information box below. Very limited spots remain for the webinar. If you guys want to understand my strategies and how I grew my $900 micro challenge account from $900 to over $9,000 and my smaller account from $250,000 to over $2.1 million, as you guys can see right there. If you want to learn these strategies just like my students, do not want to miss this webinar. I'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. So I want to talk about the good news is bad news scenario, the macro setup. Before I do that though, remember, no more than 5 to 10% of your portfolio in any one stock. The market is risky. There's no guarantees. You want to be safe out there and make sure any of the stocks that I talk about fit your own personal goals and needs. You want to protect your capital, be safe, do your research. The market is very volatile and you want to be safe and protect your money in these times, especially because it's more volatile than usual. Let's look at the absolute reality of what has transpired over the last 3 to 4 weeks. The market is incredibly shaky and tech has taken a visible hit because retail investors don't understand the Fed's current dilemma. We've seen a hot streak of inflation metrics paired with ridiculously overstrong jobs market. In regular prose, that sounds great, right? Wrong. Absolutely wrong. In a distorted market environment, good news is actually bad news. And this is what I've been trying to explain to my students in Discord as well as you guys here on YouTube. When employment numbers skyrocket, employers are forced to pay significantly higher wages to remain competitive. To preserve their margins, those corporations pass those exact wages on to the retail consumers. And that creates a sticky inflationary feedback loop. The Fed looks at this hot economic data and immediately starts floating the narrative of potential rate hikes instead of rate cuts that everyone's been pricing in. This hawkish posture has injected pure fear into high growth tech sectors because higher discount rates compress multi-year valuation models instantly. Add in the escalating geopolitical friction that I've been talking about for several months from the Iranian conflict, which threatens global supply chains and energy stability, and you get a perfect storm of superficial anxiety. It's the exact textbook macro squeeze designed to shake out the impatient money. That brings us to something very important. True wealth is never generated when buying when everyone feels safe and green. It's generated when the underlying assets with flawless fundamentals get dragged down entirely because of the outside macro noise. If a company is executing flawlessly and expanding its margins and dominating its sector, a macro-driven tech sell-off is nothing more than an artificial discount code handed to you on a silver platter. You must train your mind to view blood in the streets as an opportunity of institutional liquidity and a great opportunity to invest. When the broader market panics over Iranian headlines or a temporary Fed statement, they create forced massive liquidations. This is where capitulation thrives. The weak hands capitulate, the algorithmic stops get triggered, and the stock drops straight into major historical verified structural floors. This happens all the time. As long as the business itself remains structurally sound, these moments represent the absolute safest risk to reward entries you will ever get in your lifetime. You do not run from the fire, you step inside and you buy the fear. So I want to talk about 6 stocks right now that are beaten up, capitulated, but yet yet the stock's underlying fundamentals have not changed at all. First, we're going to talk about the number 6 stock in this video, Navitas. Navitas is sitting at the bottom of the list due to extreme near-term volatility, experiencing a sharp intraday drop down near $14.06, while the historical $17 range is a massive psychological ceiling. The stock has broken down into a deep capitulation phase. As a pioneer in gallium nitride GaN and high voltage silicon carbide power integrations, the underlying secular trend for the AI data centers and next-gen EV power architecture remains completely intact, making this a highly aggressive, deeply oversold speculation play at current levels. And looking directly at their latest Q1 2026 data, their Navitas 2.0 restructuring plan is showing massive fundamental traction. While legacy consumer mobile revenue dragged total sales down to $8.6 million, the company smashed top-line Wall Street expectations by 5% and sparked an aggressive 10% after-hours surge. More importantly, their high-power AI data center segment expanded by a staggering 35% year over year, and with a war chest of $223.4 million in cash, they possess the long-term liquidity required to bridge directly into massive commercial profitability as margins scale to 39%. The next stock to talk about is Applied Digital. Applied Digital is enduring a brutal 6-day losing streak, sliding roughly 22% over the last week down to $32.11, with intraday lows tapping $31.72. The market is aggressively punishing high-performance computing infrastructure names on short-term valuation fears. However, their core operational footprint is scaling high-density AI cloud data centers and generating massive sequential revenue beats that proves underlying assets is being artificially crushed by the macro rotation, presenting a stark structural floor above major $31 level. If you look at the actual pipeline, the panic is completely detached from reality, and I've been telling my Discord this for months. Just last month, Applied Digital locked in a monumental 210 megawatt lease at their Delta Forge 2 campus with premier investment-grade U.S. hyperscaler, a massive 15-year take-or-pay contract representing $5.2 billion in base revenue that scales up to a mind-blowing $12.7 billion with renewal options. This brings their total contracted portfolio across 5 campuses to an astronomical $36 billion. Furthermore, they just officially brought another 75 megawatts of operational AI capacity online at their Polaris Forge 1 right on schedule, proving their execution engine is flawlessly printing massive long-term cash flow visibility. Then you don't want to miss my free masterclass webinar tomorrow, July 3rd, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Lock in your position right now. The link to get started to register is in the information box below. Very limited spots remain for the webinar. I'll be teaching my dark pool, hedge fund, and technical analysis and proprietary indicators, and it's how I grew my $900 micro challenge account to over $9,000 and my $250,000 account to over $2.1 million and my $250,000 account to over $2.1 million. And now my students are consistently making profits in the Discord. You do not want to miss this opportunity. Very limited spots. Link to register for your spot in my masterclass webinar is in the information box below. I look forward to seeing you there. The next stock to talk about is SoFi. It pulled back recently from $19.19 right into the $18 range, which is his rock solid structural support cluster between $16 and $18. The market is temporarily discounting their financial technology ecosystem due to the Fed's hawkish rate commentary, completely ignoring their explosive member growth and high margin capital efficiency. This is a premier asset that is being offered at a massive discount right now at its proven technical floor. The actual underlying data is completely explosive. SoFi just reported a flawless Q1 2026 earnings sheet with adjusted net revenue skyrocketing 41% year over year to a massive $1.1 billion. Net income exploded 2.3 times higher to $167 million, and adjusted EBITDA surged 62% to $340 million, sporting an exceptional 31% margin. They also locked in a massive 72% score on the industry's Rule of 40 framework, fueled by record personal loan originations of $8.3 billion and a 2.4x explosion in home loan volumes. With a total capital ratio sitting at bulletproof 21% and 13 massive new institutional enterprise clients generating active platform fees, SoFi is functioning as a literal banking juggernaut, masquerading as a discounted tech stock because everybody thinks it's overvalued when in fact it's actually undervalued. If you guys want to see the charting on the stocks that I'm talking about today and going over the technical analysis and learn my dark pool, hedge fund, and proprietary AVP, DFIB, D-Stochastics RSI, and Squeeze RSI indicators, then you don't want to miss my free masterclass webinar tomorrow, July 3rd, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Lock in your position right now. The link to get started to register is in the information box below. Very limited spots remain for the webinar. Every single webinar, I have students that are just lining up trying to register at the last minute, but it's too late. You do not want to miss it. I'll be answering your questions, hanging out with you, hosting a Q&A, and I have a life-changing opportunity that you do not want to miss during this webinar. I'll be going over the strategies that I teach in Discord and how my students are making the profits you see on the screen right now. And I'll also be going over those exact same strategies that I use in my personal portfolio. It's how I grew my $900 micro challenge account to over $9,000 in just 14 months. And in the same time frame, grew my $250,000 portfolio to $2.1 million. You do not want to miss this opportunity. Click the link in the information box below to secure your spot in my webinar tomorrow. The number 3 stock to talk about in today's video is Oracle. Oracle has dipped down past its recent consolidation zones to trade near $140, tapping an intraday low of $139.12. Despite the short-term 2% macro flush, Oracle represents an absolute cloud infrastructure powerhouse with massive structural support, sitting immediately at the $134 to $135 key horizontal boundary. This stock already ran from $130 to $240, and my students and I made a lot of money on this, and it's looking like this is going to be happening yet again. It's a very strong stock, but there's been some pretty big volatility. Their backlogged pipeline for enterprise AI database scaling makes this minor tech sector flush an incredibly good opportunity to look at a stock and get it a lot cheaper than it recently was. In fact, it's almost half of where it recently was. Look at the record-breaking numbers they just dropped for their full fiscal year 2026. Total revenue hit an all-time high of $67.4 billion, up 17%, while non-GAAP operating income rose to a historic $28.9 billion. Their total revenue hit an all-time high of $67.4 billion, up 17%, while non-GAAP operating income rose to a historic $28.9 billion. Their core growth engine, cloud infrastructure, IaaS, is growing at an unprecedented 93% pace, driving quarterly cloud sales to $9.9 billion. While the market panicked over their aggressive 2027 CapEx guidance of $90 billion, they completely missed the headline. Oracle's remaining performance obligations, RPO, exploded by an unprecedented 363% to record $638 billion. Over $75 billion of that backlog is completely prepaid by massive hyperscalers who are actively supplying their own GPUs to Oracle, drastically reducing the company's capital risk, securing guaranteed multi-year profitability. This pretty much means that Oracle could sit around and take no more clients for the next 5 years and triple their CapEx to $240 billion, even $300 billion, and in 5 years they will walk away with over $300 billion in cash. This is what I've been trying to explain to everyone, that maybe it doesn't run tomorrow or next week, but in the long term, Oracle is a very strong company with a lot of backlog RPO, and recent upgrades from analysts have been very high. And all of these stocks that I'm talking about today have recently undergone analyst upgrades over the last 3 months and 6 months, and nothing has fundamentally changed with any of these companies. The next stock to talk about has been beaten up recently, and I told everyone if it held 115 to 117, it would stabilize, and that is Palantir. Look, Palantir is displaying immense relative strength, pushing up over 4% to trade at $130.96 after completely shattering its previous heavy resistance levels. And I told everyone just a few days ago in a video that if the stock held 115 to 117 and crossed 120, it would be a good time to DCA and potentially get in. And if you did that, it's already up $10 to $15 just since that video a few days ago. The stock has found massive aggressive institutional support between $115 and $120 zones, proving that big money is actively stepping in to catch any downside. And with their artificial intelligence platform, their AIP, completely monopolizing commercial and government sectors, Palantir is structurally solidified as one of the most resilient assets on the entire board. Their Q1 2026 metrics show why Wall Street is fiercely chasing this stock. Palantir just reported an absolutely jaw-dropping 85% year-over-year revenue growth rate, pulling in near $1.3 billion for the quarter and promoting management to instantly hike full year 2026 revenue guidance to $7.66 billion. This relentless expansion is driven by a massive sequence of high-margin enterprise wins, including a fresh $300 million USDA data contract layered directly on top of their landmark $10 billion U.S. Army defense agreement, boasting an industry-leading forward revenue growth trajectory of 57.1%. 1%, which completely leaves legacy peers like Snowflake and ServiceNow in the dust. Palantir is officially decoupled from standard software limitations to become a highly profitable infrastructure monopoly. Before we move into the last stock in this list, and you do not want to miss it, remember, no more than 10% of your portfolio in any one stock. Be safe out there. The market is risky. There's no guarantees. Do your due diligence and make sure the stocks that I'm talking about fit your own personal goals and need in the short, mid, and the long term. And before we talk about the number one stock in this list, I have a huge announcement. My free masterclass webinar tomorrow, July 3rd, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Lock in your position right now. The link to get started to register is in the information box below. Very limited spots remain for the webinar. Moving along to the number one pick in the list, and it's my absolute number one best asset right now today on the board, and that is Meta. Meta's pulled back after its big run yesterday to $616. It pulled back roughly 4.6% to trade in the $585 range today, catching an intraday low near $583.76. This minor flush is a massive gift because the ultimate structural floor and major historical support sits right at the $560 range. Meta's open source Llama ecosystem, coupled with their unmatched digital ad revenue printing machine, makes this temporary sector rotation out of large cap tech the single cleanest, highest conviction wealth generation entry available in the market today. And what makes Meta my top pick today is their highly strategic evolution into high margin B2B monetization. Meta has successfully broken its sole dependence on digital advertising by launching a dual-pronged AI monetization engine. First, they initiated global rollout of Meta One, premium consumer AI subscriptions priced at $7.99 to $19.99 a month, a layer projected to smoothly inject incremental $4.8 billion in annual high-margin cash flow. And simultaneously, through their newly formed Meta Compute Cloud Infrastructure division, Meta is now directly preparing to resell its massive $182.9 billion internal data center compute capacity and closed-weight models to enterprise developers. This cloud infrastructure pivot allows them to monetize excess compute cycles alongside hyperscalers like Microsoft and Google, fundamentally de-risking their immense AI infrastructure spend and creating an entirely new multi-billion-dollar enterprise revenue empire. Now, Meta was already doing well with recent analyst upgrades of over $800 to $900 and some as high as almost $1,000 in the next 1 to 3 years. However, they took an incredible tax hit, which was a discounted tax rate, which was beneficial to them in subsequent quarters, which played out already. And they also increased their CapEx spending, which has worried investors. This is completely derailing any of those worries. Meta is a very strong investment in the $500 range. Look, when you look across the entire landscape of this market, the conclusion is completely undeniable. We are witnessing a classic macro-driven shakeout. This happens all the time. The hot labor markets, the hawkish Fed comments, and the geopolitical noise in Iran are nothing more than short-term catalysts designed to transfer wealth from the impatient retail crowd into the hands of the patient and the disciplined institutional capitals. The metrics across Meta, Palantir, Oracle, SoFi, Applied Digital, Navitas prove the underlying corporate engines are firing on all cylinders. Remember, Michael Burry was talking about this bubble. As soon as the war in Iran started, he disappeared. When they paused the war in Iran and came up with some temporary solutions, he returned. Then when the solutions came back for the war and they started talking again to solidify deals, he disappeared again. And now he's standing bearish and bullish on different stocks, changing his stance. You got to be careful. There's a lot of manipulation, just like last year, 2025, when Trump said today's a great day to buy, when he was talking about tariffs and there was the fear of tariffs, and then the stock market ran because he dropped or paused tariffs the same day or the next day. This is manipulation at its finest. You want to be safe in this market. The absolute bottom line is this: you can't build generational wealth by following the herd into panic. You build it by executing flawlessly when the crowd is paralyzed by fear. Recognize the capitulation, respect the structural floors I mapped out today, and scale into the blood. The premium for this short volatility is completely irrelevant when compared to the catastrophic cost of missing this once-in-a-decade macro window. Stay disciplined, protect your capital, and I'll see all of you in the masterclass webinar tomorrow, where I'll be going over all of these stocks, charting, and technical analysis. You do not want to miss it. Link to register is below, and I'll see you on the next video and in the Discord real soon. Take care of yourselves. One love, fam.